Welcome, folks. I am Jaby KOAY, joined by ACHARA KIRK.
What's up?
We're looking at the Telugu trailer to Major. This is starring Adivi, Sesh, Saiee, Manjrekar, Sobhita, Dhulipala, Akash, Raj, Ravathi, and Murali Sharma. It's directed by Sashi Kiran Tika, and its story and screenplay is by Adivi Sesh, who's also the star.
That is super cool.
Yeah. So if you guys haven't already, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications, and pretty please vote this up to let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. We've got a little description here in front of us. I'm going to read it out. It says, based on the life of real-life hero Major Sandeep Unnikrishnan. Major, the film, aims to show how this valiant soldier saved the lives of numerous hostages before being martyred by the terrorists who wreaked havoc in the Taj Mahal Palace, Mumbai, India on the 26th of November 2008.
Border dati Pakistan occupied Kashmir loki velladam enti? Sandeep adi vaaladi.
Adi mande kada sir.
Okay.
అమ్మా సందీప్ కన్నాలేమ్మా వాళ్ళు మంచివాళ్ళు కాదు, పెద్ద పెద్ద తప్పులు చేసేవాళ్ళు. నాకు ఎంత భయం వేసిందో తెలుసా?
Oh my god.
అయ్యో నేను పర్లేదమ్మా, ఇక్కడ ఉన్నాగా.
ఇండియా ఆర్మీ అంటే భయం వేస్తుందిరా. నీకేమైనా అయితే
ప్రతి అమ్మాయి ఇలానే ఆలోచిస్తే.
సందీప్ ఆర్మీలో జాయిన్ అవ్వడం మాకు ఇష్టం లేదు. ప్రతి రోజు ప్రతి క్షణం లైఫ్ ని రిస్క్ లో పెట్టుకోవడం. బట్ దట్స్ అ సోల్జర్స్ లైఫ్. హీ పిక్డ్ అ సోల్జర్స్ లైఫ్.
ఇప్పుడు అర్థమైంది ఎందుకు సోల్జర్ అవ్వాలనుకుంటున్నావు.
ఎందుకు?
అమ్మాయిలందరూ పడిపోవాలని.
పడిపోయావా?
వాడికి ఒక మంచి కొడుకుగా ఉండడం కంటే, మంచి భర్తగా ఉండడం కంటే ఒక సోల్జర్గా ఉండటం అవసరం.
Negative, Major, you're not going up there.
టైంకి మనం వెళ్ళకపోవడం వల్ల ఒక్క ప్రాణం పోయినా కూడా లైఫ్లో నన్ను నేను సోల్జర్ అనుకోలేదు సార్.
వచ్చి 24 hours అయింది, మీరు ఎప్పుడు వస్తారు?
Major Sandeep, come in. Major Sandeep, are you there?
Don't come up. I'll handle them.
My son, Major Sandeep Unnikrishnan, వెనకడిగేసే అవకాశం ఉంది, తప్పించుకునే దారి ఉంది. ముందెత్తే చనిపోతాడని తెలుసు, అయినా వెళ్ళాడు. చావు కళ్ళల్లోకి చూసి నువ్వు నా జీవితాన్ని తీసుకోవచ్చు కానీ నా పిచ్చాన్ని కాదు అన్నాడు. You may take me, but not my country.
మా కొడుకు జీవితం ఆ రోజు జరిగిన అటాక్స్ మాత్రమే కాదమ్మా. సందీప్ కంటూ ఒక జీవితం ఉంది.
All right.
Goosebumps. Ooh, I am definitely getting Shersha vibes from this trailer in a really good way, because, you know, similarly, I feel like, you know, they're both movies that are about men who gave up their lives in service of their country, and they're trying to tell a story about that pivotal moment in their life which led to their death, right?
Yeah.
But then also showing us the backstory and, you know, all of this stuff like their relationships with their families, relationship with significant others, and just trying to flesh out the human that, you know, went into a dangerous situation and saved a bunch of people's lives while giving up their own. Yeah, it's intense.
Yeah. I always struggle with trailers and films like this. Even with Shersha, I think I was struggling a bit just because it's based on real stuff. I guess I'm constantly using movies as like escapism. And so when stories are being told about real life events where people died and stuff like that, and you're dealing with real heroes and real bad guys, I just find it difficult. And it's like not a dig against the movie or against the art of taking these events and telling them through moving pictures. It's like, it's not a dig against the film at all. It's just like, I personally just have a hard time with this stuff. I get really sensitive and I'm like, ugh, I don't even have words.
Even the trailer itself, for me, felt incredibly moving. I was already feeling like the prickles of tears at the back of my eyeballs, you know, and I'm just watching a trailer for this. I can't imagine, you know, if they do this film right and they hit all of the emotional marks right, I'm pretty sure it is going to be a tear fest because I can see what they're trying to do here. They're trying to make us care about this person by showing us his life and, you know, all the things that he had to live for, his family that loved him, his mother, his parents who never wanted him to become a soldier because they were concerned. And you see a guy who he gave the ultimate sacrifice. And it was a goal of his. It was something that, you know, they're showing us that it was something that he always wanted. This was like his dream. He was so brave and went into a situation where, you know, it was really scary and I'm sure, you know, it was like really confusing. Like no one really knew what was going on the ground there, but someone had to go in and he was that someone.
I would make one amendment to what you just said at the very beginning of what you just said, and that is the film isn't making us care, it's giving us an opportunity to care.
Yes.
And discover who this individual is if we don't already know, which I'm sure a lot of Indians already are familiar. But for foreigners who are paying more attention to Indian films now, like it is trendy to pay attention to Indian films now, people have an opportunity to discover who this person is and why he's so important and should be remembered. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I don't like talking about these kinds of things. It's like it messes me up. Even though like I can see the artistic licensing being taken in certain instances.
Yeah.
With like some of the choreography,
the explosion like
and whatnot.
How he jumps over things and whatnot.
I mean, I'm sure it was very heroic, everything he was doing. I just don't know how much is embellished and how much is exactly how it went. And I'm not here to like critique that. I don't know. There are certain instances where it does feel like embellishing, but like my mind just sort of strips that away and I'm just thinking about like the real life counterpart to this. And I have a hard time being a movie critic, even a low rent pedestrian movie critic as you are on YouTube. Like I have a hard time being a movie critic watching this and all I'm thinking about is like the real people that went through this. Yeah. So it's not easy for me to like have a conversation about this.
But I think it's important, you know, to remember the people who sacrificed their lives and did things like this.
No, I completely agree. It's just one of those things where I don't know how to talk about it objectively sometimes because we're talking about war in people's lives. And so I'm like, it should be made. And I support that, especially considering what the circumstances were and what this person did.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's awesome as well that Mahesh Babu is lending his name to this in the form of being a producer. I think that's a really fantastic move on his part to, you know, do what he can to get this movie in the spotlight while also giving that spotlight to other people who are starring in the movie. And clearly, this must be some sort of passion project or something really important for Adivi Sesh because he also did the story and screenplay for this. So I can't imagine how much it means for him to be able to embody this person, this real life hero, and to share his story with India and with the world.